David Baye here from MuscularDevelopment.com. I'm down here in South Florida for the 2013 NPC National Championships, hanging out here with heavyweight competitor Jonathan Irizarry. You guys might recognize Jonathan. He was the 2011 NPC Collegiate National Overall Champion, which qualified you for Nationals for a couple years. So you've had a lot of time between July of 2011 to November of 2013 to prepare for this show. I've been following your pictures on Facebook and stuff, and I can say from what I've seen, you look like you're on the money. Obviously, all you guys know that pictures on the internet don't lead to placings on the stage, but you can at least get a pretty good idea of where somebody's at. If somebody's pictures on Facebook has feathered triceps, you can guess that they're going to be in shape. Talk to us a little bit about what you've done. You've had a pretty long off season, 2 years to get ready for this show. You're training. I mean, you're a lot bigger than you were at the Collegiate Nationals, which, you know, obviously 2 years later you should be still in the heavyweight class, but towards the top. Again, talk to us about, you know, what you've done over the past couple of years as far as your training, what you weighed in at today, some things like that.
Well, I weighed in this year 222. I believe the collegiates I was around 213, 214. So, you know, bumped good, putting 8-9 pounds on. So
8-9 pounds on a scale, but from where you were at conditioning at the collegiates to here, it's got to be a lot more than that.
Most definitely. But training wise, you know, I picked up a lot of the mountain dog training from John Meadows. I started doing that, kind of, you know, incorporating that with like the FST7 and, you know, a little bit of things here and there, but that really just kind of stepped my game up really with my physique, I felt, within the last year or so since I've started his programs. As far as like, you know, just nutrition wise, I made sure I stayed a lot leaner, you know, in my quote unquote off season, and that way that, you know, my preparation for the show, it wasn't going to be as difficult and as strenuous for you know, on my body.
And how much over, you know, your contest weight did you get up to at your peak in the off season?
At the highest, this point, I was at 241.
So. So you're not even 20 pounds.
It wasn't a big drop at all.
Yeah, and it seems like, man, a lot more guys, you know, I started getting into bodybuilding in the early 2000s when, like, everybody was like, oh, you're 5'10", you got to be 300 pounds off season. And it seems like, I don't even want to say trend, because it seems like it's what people should be doing. Guys are staying within 20, 25 pounds, some even 15 of their contest weight. As far as diet all year round, you know, how was that? I mean, are you eating pretty much diet foods all year round with cheat meals, or you have some leniency?
Well, what I've been doing was the whole flexible dieting kind of deal. So, you know, I track my macros and, you know, protein, carbs, fats, fibers, etc. And that way, you know, I do eat the same foods, you know, pretty much year round: rice, potatoes, fish, chicken, etc. But, you know, I throw in the extra, you know, if I want a cookie or if I want this, you know, then you're
not going to say no.
I'm not going to say no. You know, I want it to be able to where I can go out with my friends and enjoy myself as well, you know, while I still prepared for the show. You know, as we got closer, obviously those things minimized because I wanted to focus myself more and more and dropping it down. And then, you know, obviously with Hani, you know, coming in and, you know, just making sure we kind of basically, you know, dialed everything in properly, you know, so.
Yeah, no, and I don't want to act like anybody's dad on MuscularDevelopment.com, but you bring up a good point. You're a younger competitor. You're, what, 24 now? You just won Collegiate Nationals, and I like that you brought up that you're still going out with your friends. You're still having a good time, and obviously anybody who's seen your pictures knows that it hasn't affected your physique at all. You still look incredible, and, you know, it's one of the things that, you know, we talk about a little bit on Muscular Development is you get some of these guys that are younger, and I know because I've been there, that get in this mindset where it's like, you know, if I'm going to be a national champion or if I'm going to be a pro, I can't go out at all. I can't hang out with my friends, no girlfriends, no social life, and they just get tunnel vision. So, you know, it's nice to hear a guy, you know, like Jonathan, who's a national champion at the collegiate level, definitely looking to do some damage here at Nationals, saying that, hey, you go out and have fun just like any other 24-year-old. Now, for the people that are living under a rock that don't know John Meadows or the mountain dog training, talk to us a little bit about the mountain dog training that you do, how it might vary a little bit from some just standard bodybuilding training.
Well, basically what he incorporates is, you know, our regular, you know, basically bodybuilding style training, but it also throws in like powerlifting techniques, and I mean, it's just, it varies weekly, you know, but it's periodization, you know, anywhere between 12 and 16 weeks with some of the programs. You know, I've ran through quite a few of them now at this point, but each one of them are different. You know, there's times where there's drops, there's times where there's supersets, or there's all out just 100 reps. You know, it just, you know, it varies. But I mean, my body has responded, you know, incredible to it. And the big plus I like about it is that, you know, honestly, just with the way that it's written out and everything, I've been able to almost essentially push myself even harder. You know, like where I've trained, you know, it's like, well, oh man, you know, before I wasn't doing this. So I mean, and in turn, you know, obviously I packed on a lot of muscle. So
yeah, it's like one of those things where you think you're training hard. I know what to do. I've been training for a long time, and somebody else puts it on paper like this is what you need to be doing, and it kind of opens your eyes to like, man, maybe I wasn't doing the things that I needed to do. So John, obviously a very well respected trainer. So you know, glad to see that's been working out for you. You mentioned Hani Rambod as well. You know, we talked to you a little bit about collegiate nationals. You were helping Cody Montgomery, who won overall second time in a row. Talk to us a little bit about what it's like to work with Hani. Everybody knows Hani from training Phil Heath and some of the top pros. You know, as an amateur, you got to feel pretty good working with somebody like that.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, it's just like you said, you know, he works with Phil. You know, he obviously won the last few Olympias here. I mean, that right there should pretty much say enough. I mean, you know, he's very, you know, detailed to the T. He'll definitely push you. You know, he gets on your behind pretty much.
but you need that.
But exactly, you know, and that's why I said, you know, like the last like 5-6 weeks, you know, once he was done with the Olympia and whatnot, you know, he was able to, you know, pretty much give me, you know, the focus and rolling into the show. So it was just like boom, you know, we made sure that we dialed it in just perfectly, and here we are. You know, we all see here tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, in that day and age now where it seems like everybody and their brother is a prep coach, it's nice to have a guy who you know knows this stuff, but it's also going to be honest with you. I've seen a lot of people getting ready, and no disrespect to people who are, you know, trying to get up and started with prep coaching businesses, but sometimes in order to keep clients, I think people tell people what they want to hear. You look great, you look good, your money, you got this, you know, all those things that you see. But you know, man, you know, it helps to have somebody who's not gonna bullshit you and just tell you how it is.
And he will tell you the 100% truth. You know, if you're 90%, he gives you your 90%. You know, if you're not 100, then, you know, we make sure we get that extra bit off and do what we have to do to, you know, in order to do so. So, you know, like you said, you know, he's very, very honest with you. And I mean, in turn, you know, it helps keep me driven.
All right. Well, we're gonna let you get going and get back to your hotel room. Get off your feet in the air conditioning. As I've said in all my other interviews, it is hot here. So we wish you the best of luck with you know, with John Meadows doing your training and Hani doing your diet. I don't think we need to wish you luck, but at a show like this, it doesn't hurt. So we're gonna wrap things up here, guys. This is David Baye with NPC heavyweight Jonathan Irizarry and former national collegiate team. That's how hot it is, man. I'm screwing up my words. 2011 collegiate national overall champion Jonathan Irizarry at the 2013 NPC Nationals for MuscularDevelopment.com.